Hi everyone! Today I'm going to be talking about a rectangular prism. So it's the next shape that we are going to be learning about. I wish I had my 3D shape with me, but it's at school. So I'm just going to show you using a little drawing. Here we go. I'm not sure if that's backwards for you or not, but this is a rectangular prism. So if you just look at this shape, think of a cube, right? A cube is a perfectly squared rectangular prism. This guy is more of a rectangle, but regardless, it is a 3D shape with 6 different sides. Front and back, top and bottom, side and side. And you'll see here that I drew out the net for you so that you can see what the net looks like once you open up the shape. Okay, so I did that with our cylinder earlier. I took the shape and then you actually unfold it, and that's what the net is called. So the net of a rectangular prism, again, just like I explained here, it has a back and a front. So these two right here, front and the back, 2 sides, and then a bottom, and then the top comes and folds up over it all. So that is the shape that we are going to be learning about today. So we're starting off with surface area in this little video, and I'm going to show you now some notes that you can take. So follow along. Okay, so here are the notes that you can start by taking. These are the ones that you've already seen on the screen. Start with the title. You want to put your name and date up there just in case it gets lost. That way you know it's yours. Draw out the shape and the net. Now I'm just going to work my way down the page. If you ever need to pause this, feel free. So now for the formula, we are learning about surface area first. So this is the big formula, and it is actually not that confusing. Let me explain it to you. So SA stands for surface area. We are going to be multiplying everything by 2 because there are 2 of each side. So this front part is width times length, which is the bottom and the top. So again, if you look over here, width times length, That's for the bottom and that's for the top. And we need 2 of those, obviously. So we start off with 1, multiply it by 2. Height times length is for the front and the back. So height times length is for the front and the back. And again, there's 2 of them. So this guy is for 1, so we need to multiply it by 2. And lastly, height times width. So we have our height and then we have our width, and that's for one side. So we obviously need to multiply it by the 2. So we add all of these guys up and then we multiply it by 2. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense to you. Highlight that formula or box it so it stands out. And now we're going to move on to an example. So right here. So find the surface area of a rectangular prism with a height of 15 millimeters, a length of 10 millimeters, and a width of 7 millimeters. So I drew out the shape because I'm a visual learner, so that might help you as well. So you can see that I added the 3D aspects here just to give myself a little bit more of an idea of the shape that I'm looking at. It makes more sense to me. And then here is my work showing what I did. So you always start with the formula, okay? Do not forget the formula at the top. So there it is. And then we fill in what we know. Now, you will see that I've added some extra brackets in that second line. The reasoning for that is just to keep it straight for what we do first. So we want to make sure that we are multiplying the 7 times 10 before we add, say, 15. Okay, so we want to make sure that we are always doing the multiplying first, which is why I put the 15 in brackets with the 10, so that you know that those have to be multiplied before you can just go and add them. All right, so same thing with the 15 and the 7. You want to make sure that you multiply those first before you go and add them. And you can really see that on the next line here. So 7 times 10 is 70, 15 times 10 is 150, and 15 times 7 is 105. All right, and then you add them all up, you get 325. Then you multiply them by your 2. So this right here is just for 3 sides. You multiply them by 2, and then you get 6 sides. And then your grand total is 650 millimeters squared. Do not forget that squared symbol because we are talking about an area. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you. If you have any questions, please comment below or shoot me an email. But there you have it, folks.